Okay, so next thing we're going to probably start working on here is the gas pistons. So this is the PSL gas piston, really long old one, as you can see, and this is the M76 gas piston. So this is the thing we're going to try and replicate by on the PSL piston. It has a hole drilled. I don't know if you can see that there. It has a hole drilled in the front, and it has a cross drill hole on the side here of the piston. I haven't really figured out exactly why that's like that, what purpose it serves for the M76. Obviously it's something to help regulate the gas with the adjustable gas regulator on the gas block itself, but I haven't really figured out how that comes into play. But it's on there, so we're going to try and replicate that with this one. So what I'm going to do is set it up in the drill press, line it up with the rivet hole in the rear here of the PSL gas piston, drill a cross hole through probably this rearmost gas ring, and then I'll chuck it in the lathe and center drill a hole through the center that intersects with that cross hole. And my camera is not focusing whatsoever. Okay, and so we will give that a shot and see. Hopefully that works. If it doesn't, my next plan is to possibly cut the head off. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in the last video, but cut the head off here and face it, drill it, bore it, so that it'll slip over the PSL gas piston stem, and then solder it or pin it or weld it in place, and that will accomplish essentially the same thing. So we'll give it a try and see. Hopefully it all works out the way I imagine it's gonna work. So all right, get to it. Okay, we got the PSL gas piston set up in the drill press. I have a precision block here, which isn't so precision anymore. That's why I use it for stuff like this. Holding it in the Craftsman little vise here. This thing's been pretty great actually for a drill press vise. I've got the drill bit here aligned with the rivet hole in the rear of the gas piston, so that when the piston is screwed back into the carrier and pinned or riveted in place, the cross hole here will be level with that, just how it is in the M76 gas piston. So this is a really small bit. I'm not 100% sure how well this is going to work out, but we're going to give it a go. I'm going to put a little bit of that in there. We're going to give it a shot. Okay, so I don't know why I thought this little tiny bit here was going to start working with it, especially considering how notorious Romanian parts are for having a super hard heat treatment. This thing just danced all over it, as I'm sure you saw in the video. But so I switched to a carbide center drill. Oh, sorry for the sniffles. Allergies are killing me this season. Switch to a carbide center drill that's started making the hole there, and so we'll keep going with this till we get a good start, which looks like we have one. So I might try going with this again, and we'll see, hopefully it goes through without me having to go out and buy a specific carbide drill. I don't even really know what size this is. I just found it in the parts box and it matched the M76 profile, but we'll go ahead and give this another go. Yeah, that's not even making a dent. I can't even, it's just gliding over it. I can feel it. So, and this is a new bit. It's really sharp. So it's high-speed steel. It's not going to cut it. So it looks like we're going to need to get a carbide bit for this. Well, as luck would have it, I had a brand new cobalt bit. New in the packaging. That's the same exact size as the high-speed steel bit, and so hopefully this should definitely do it, especially with the hole started here. So we will again give it a go. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, that's what I'm talking about. And the bit didn't snap off inside of it, so that's a bonus. All right, so we've got that drilled through. I'll probably just flip it here and put a countersink on it, kind of like how I did here with the center, with the cobalt or carbide center drill. And then we'll put it in the lathe and center drill it. Alright, so we got the piston chucked up in the lathe. It's in the 3-job buck adjust true, and it is running very, very true, as is, with really no adjustments at all needed. And we have the same carbide center drill that we use to start the cross drill holes. So the same thing, we're going to put a slight center drill in the face of the piston so that we can go in with our cobalt bit and intersect with the cross drill holes we made on the drill press. So let's go ahead and start doing that. That should be good. Okay, so now we have the cobalt bit that we use to do the cross holes, and now we will go in and intersect with the cross drill that we made. A little bit of oil is not going to hurt nothing. to see where we're at here. Still a little bit to go. Sound like we broke through. Almost, I can see it bulging. Okay. There's that. Okay, so hopefully this will focus on that. There we have our hole here. It looks larger because of the center drill. The hole actually going all the way through it is the same size as the M76. Same for the side holes here. So, got that done. Next thing to do is to install this into the carrier. And again, my camera will not focus. Okay. And rivet it in place. Alright, so in the last video, or the first one when I went over all the parts, I was trying to decide which bolt carrier I was going to go with. Either the PSL, which is the black one here, or the M76, which is the silver. I decided I think I'm going to go with the M76 carrier because it's slightly heavier. The PSL is 12.9 ounces, while the M76 is 13.8 ounces. So a little bit heavier bolt carrier should slow that recoil just, I mean, a slight bit. The big old 762x54R recoil, even though we're going to have an adjustable gas system, it'll still be nice to have a slightly heavier carrier. Plus, I prefer the look of the scalloped cuts here on the sides as opposed to a regular looking AKM bolt carrier that just has some holes drilled in the back of it to lighten it up. So I think we're going to go with this one. So we'll install that PSL gas piston that we just modified, and we'll come back to it.